Hello, welcome to LEV Toys. We are halfway through building the Lego Ideas Treehouse, which is mammoth. It is more than 3,000 pieces. So we did this much in the first video. We've got the two little cabins up here and the massive tree trunk and the base, but now we're ready to start putting on some more details. There's still a lot of building to go here, which is why we finished halfway. Which reminds me, if you haven't seen the first part of the build, I'll put the little link in the corner, in the little eye in the corner, and also put the link in the description below. So this little bendy bridge is going to be so cool. I wonder what this is going to be connecting what to what. Is this going to be connecting that? No. So it's not going to be connecting the ground up because it's a flat one. So we got little branches for the actual handrails. That's so clever. Oh, and it goes on the hook. Oh, look at that. So this connects one cabin to the next cabin, which we haven't actually built yet. All right. Bag 11. There are 18 bags in this, by the way, so we are getting there. We're getting there at speedy levels. So this is the third cabin, and it starts getting built in the same way as the original two cabins, and then it'll look different on the inside. Well, it'll have different things on the inside. So we've already built the master bedroom cabin, and we have built the bathroom cabin, which was so clever. I wonder what this cabin is going to be. Maybe like a living area? Don't know. It's got some really nice light wood tiling going on the floor, and a little balcony I think is going to be out here. We got black dots on here. All right, so all of these hinge pieces are how the wall shape is created, which is so clever and so cool. And the first part of the furniture is in here. It is a cup. So very vital part of furnishing the cabin. But let's see what we've got. This is a little side table, which is actually attached into the wall. And more walling going on here, and I just need to pay attention to all of these pieces because there's no symmetry here. It's a lot of higgledy-piggledy browns, which is just, it's so cool. Okay, got some drawer pieces there. So the blue is like a little set of drawers. And over here we've got, all right, we've got places to put things. Now what have we got? I think, actually I don't know what it is. Is it a table? Weird looking table. If it's a table, it's a bed. It's a tiny bed with some oars. Okay, some upright oars on the side. Oh, it's okay, little single bed. I'm still trying to fathom how this all works. Okay, now I've seen this design in one of the other cabins. So this will create a circular window, and it's so cleverly created with hooks and those little stem things. But I got distracted because there's a dragonfly in a bottle. That's so cool. So a little dragonfly is trapped in the bottle, or maybe it's just a dragonfly specimen. Maybe it's one that they found that naturally died out in the woods somewhere. And there's our circular window. It's looking good. What's happening over here on the top of the drawers? Is it a tiny doll's house? I don't know what that is. This looks like it might be a telescope. It's not a telescope. It's a very clever little microscope for looking at specimens. And here next to it is a specimen? Nope, it's a flower in a jar. Maybe it is. Maybe it's this very rare red flower in a jar that you only get in this part of the woods in this country. It's amazing. We're up to pack number 12, and we've got another character. There are only 4 characters in the set. We've already met Mum and Dad. This one is the little girl, and obviously the bed is for her. I'm going to assume the bed's for her. It looks like it's going to be the right size for her, and this is her bedroom. Okay, putting some more windows on here and getting all the walls up, making sure that the pieces are in the right place and all the little colours and the textures are in exactly where they're supposed to be. As per the instructions, more windows. Okay, the walls are going up nicely. On this little outward facing stud, we've got a map, and this is a decoration inside the actual cabin. All right, that goes there. This is all looking really good. It's so tiny and cozy though, and we're packing so much stuff in here. This is so clever. If you don't know what the Lego Ideas sets are, they're actually made by fans of Lego, and then people vote on them, and Lego then makes the ones that are most popular and obviously ones that Lego think are going to be more viable builds, and this one is such a winner. All right, we're still going with some more walls. Different window formation here. We've got some binoculars on a hook on the inside. That's why that window's smaller, so we can fit the binoculars in. maybe, and all of the stuff in front of it on the inside, like the microscope and the flowers. Now, this is looking an awful lot. This is looking like the bed we just made, but there's a box on the back. On the back? On the back, I think. So here's a little, it's a bunk bed and it's removable. Oh my goodness, and there's a little place where you can store stuff behind the bed. I wonder whether the sister's going to want the top bunk or the bottom bunk. Well, she's here first, so she gets to choose. Because her brother hasn't turned up yet. I don't think he turns up until like the last bag. Poor kid. He's missing out on all the building. Okay, walls are going beautifully. We're putting some more wood pieces on, and the door is once again different from the other doors. That's so awesome. More little hinge pieces to hold the top of the walls all together, and that is so tidy and self-contained and so incredibly clever. Now we need the railings, just like with the other cabins, for workplace health and safety, so nobody falls off. They're nice and higgledy-piggledy with their textures on the top, which is also such a great attention to detail. It's not boring. There's lots of interesting things going on here. We've got a lamp next to the window, and on the underneath we need to put these pieces on as per the instructions, so that it goes on the branch in just the right place. And here we've got a storybook, which is going to be stored in the little box up here on the top of the bed. That's so tidy and self-contained. I love that. I want whoever designed this set to come and actually redesign how I store everything in my house, because wow. Okay, this goes on this branch properly if I've put all these little bits underneath in the right place. You don't think I have? I think I have. Is it going on right? It's going on not right. Let's move that. That had to be back one more, and now this is good. And it all connects up with the wooden bridge, with that wibbly-wobbly bridge. Oh, so clever. I'm not so sure that this one's on straight though. It doesn't actually look straight when I'm looking at it. I think it's just an illusion. It's on properly. It's looking great. So we've got 3 cabins with no roofs. The roofs come soon, and our tree needs to continue going up. But check out that new cabin. And they're all at different heights on the tree trunk. That is so smart. All right. Oh, we've left all the doors open, so the mosquito's going to come in. We're up to bag number 13. Right, so what does bag number 13 hold? It holds the first of the 3 roofs. And I need you to pay attention to the fact that the bottom colour on this is red, which seems like such an obscure colour to be chucking randomly in here. There is a very important point to the fact that the bottom of this has got a bright red splash of colour on it, and we will see why when we go to install it. But let's get all of these roof partition-y bits on. Let's make sure they're all on in the right spot. So that hooks into the little ball joint there. Well, that hook goes into the ball joint, and we've got 3 more of these to make, and they're all just a little bit different on the top. See how they bend down? So they're just, this is really cool. These ones go in the middle. And now we just need 2 more for the other side. And then the first roof will be ready to install. Just get all these pieces in the right place, and so everything will fit. Okay, 1 more roof partition-y thing here. And you see how the colours on the top, or the textures on the top, there are smooth bits in some places, a light blue tile on there. It's really cool. Alright, and of course we've got, actually that looks weird because you've got 1 long side and 1 short side. There's a reason for that, because, alright, so, yeah, okay, that fits in beautifully. The short side goes close to the trunk. Now, I didn't actually show you in that one why we needed the red part. I'll show you with this one, because this one has, can you see this one's got a green part on the bottom? Let's build this one really super stupidly quickly, because it's the same idea. And then we can install it. And we'll see if I remember to actually show you what the colour on the bottom is all about. Okay, yes, see, so it actually ties in with the smooth parts, see? Red ones over here, green ones on here, which means this one over here will have tan on the bottom. See, I've already made this one. made this one because you've already seen how the roofs go together. You do not need to see that for a third time. So it sits on there, so it's nice and easy just to pop on and off, but they are secure in there as they are, and you can just bend those partitions down so that the rain falls off. It's nice. We're up to bag number 14. Now we've got roof. Well, hold on. Was that English? We've got roofs, and we've got the tree trunk. We've got the cabins. We are extending the tree up now, so we need the internal mechanism, the internal workings of the actual trunk now to make this much bigger, and I need to make sure all these are in the right spot. Lots of colours going on in here because they're going to be hidden, so that we make sure everything lines up properly. And we've got a turny bit on the top. Is the top of this going to turn? That would be random and weird, and I can't quite figure out how that would work, but there we go. It turns. We've got some Technique piece, well, a big red Technique piece in the middle to help with the structure, make sure everything stays plugged in nicely. And there are a whole heap of little hooky bits on the top. All right, this is looking good. We're putting some bark on now with some of the mossy pieces as well, like we saw happening on the lower part of the trunk, so it's all going to tie in. We're doing this super duper quickly because we've already seen how this all works. And little outward facing sticky things, no, little outward facing hook things to attach things to. Ooh! So this goes on here, and we're up to bag number 15. And now, instead of paying any attention to the top of the tree, we're now building in around the base, because there are lots of things to go in down here. We've got some more rocks, and then we get a bit of fun furniture for the family to hang out in. Fun furniture for the family. Okay, so we got some upwardy log things and an upwardy stick. That's the technical term for this stuff, and that attaches on over here. We're making stairs, tread by tread. And they're not just normal stairs that go up. Oh, that's smart. So they curve around so that they can connect into our straight section of stairs here, which has got such a great range of different coloured boards and textures on the top of the treads. Oh, this is looking so cool. There's little hooks in random places, and just so much stuff going on. So this goes on top here. So where is this heading to? It's heading up to our first cabin. So this stick here is going to help connect them all up. And now we need some more twisty treads, I think. But before we put in the twisty treads, we need a hand railing, because hello, that is a big distance to drop. Okay, twisty treads time now. Yeah, so this one goes here. We're putting some little branch hand railings in as we go up. And this should actually tie this in with the top level, but I don't know what I've done wrong there. I'll have a look at the instructions. Let's put the lamp in that hangs off the banister here, off the railing. And yeah, I don't know what's happening here. I'm going to take a quick break and fix that. See, look, I've fixed it. That was just set just a little bit incorrectly. So it's all fixed now. We're up to bag number 16. And now we finally get to meet the brother. Oh, he's so thrilled too. He's really, really excited. That's really cute. So he's here. His sister's here. She says, by the way, I've already claimed the bottom bunk, so you have to sleep on the top. And they're going to hang out over here while we build some more stuff, because that's how it tends to work. We've got a telescope. A really, really big telescope. Great design too. This gets installed out on the deck area of the cabin so they can search the stars at nighttime. And down here at the bottom of the stairs, we've got a random bag full of supplies, and actually, it's not really a bag, it's a sack. It's a sack bag, and some seats to go around a nice big rustic dining table. Oh, there's only 3 seats though. There are 4 family members. Whoever doesn't come quickly enough when they call them for dinner misses out on a seat. I think that's fair. It's really frustrating when you don't come quickly. Okay, we've got a really textured, rusticy looking tabletop there, and on the tabletop is a tiny candelabra with a white lipstick as the candle that hasn't melted yet. We've got a bottle, and we've got a cup, and we've got a single plate. And there are some pumpkins just randomly growing down here next to the table. That's good. Straight from the garden to the table. Okay, over here in the other corner, all these interestingly angled hooks are creating a bonfire, and we're using the wands, the Harry Potter wands, to create a little stick, like the little stick bonfire-y thing. What do you call that? The stick bonfire thing. We're going with that. And there's a pot actually boiling over the top of that. That's so cute. There's so much cleverness in here. All right, over here next to the swing are some mushrooms growing. It's been a wet season, so they've got some lovely, actually they're not mushrooms, they've got red tops on them. You totally don't want to eat them. Those are toadstools. Don't just eat random fungi that you find in the forest. It is not a good idea. And here we've got some flowers that those white things look like. Are they petals? Petals of the yellow flower? It's quite a big flower with those as petals. And we've got a massive crate with a whole heap of supplies, which nestles really nicely here over in the smooth parts over the top of the river, and we can attach that to our winch and bring it easily up to the next level. So great. Okay, up and down. We're going to put it back down here again. So we can just sit it there, and it can sit over the water to keep the produce fresh and cool. Oh, okay, bag number 17. What are we up to? We are up to the foliage. We can choose whether we would like spring or autumn, and we're gonna go with spring because we're gonna go with all the greens. Let's put all the greens on, and they will be as easy as pie to swap in and out whenever I would like the family to be living in autumn. But let's concentrate on making sure that all of these go together. So we've got a couple of little branches made already. This one's quite a substantial looking branch. And it's got, we need to put all of our pieces on. Every single piece of foliage is attached to wherever it's attached. It's terrible. Do you know what I mean? Like they're actually stuck down. They've got either a green carrot stick going through them, or they are actually held down by another piece of Lego. So they're not just floating there so that when you tap the top of the tree, all the leaves are going to fly off. So that is very, very tidy. So this bit here connects here, so we've actually got a massive hinge. This is like a big kind of branch. We'll install these all. So this one goes here on that ball joint. This one goes here, and it actually kind of nestles over the side of the cabin. And this massive branch goes out here, and it's on the hinge, so you can actually make it flat out over the top of the cabin. All right, we've got more branches to make, lots and lots of branches to fill out the top of this massive tree with all of its, the treehouse. It's really, really awesome. Okay, branch time, which is like hammer time, except with slightly more branches. Okay, concentrating on the branch building now. Oh, okay, this is good. Okay, so we put this massive one over here and another one over there, and now we're up to bag number 18. It is flying. We're flying now. These branches are reasonably dull to watch getting actually built, and they're all of a similar design but slightly different, so it can easily trick you up. So there's a nice big branch out there with a hinge. We've got another one here which is going to have a hinge too. Getting all the foliage out there. And a third one, which is, yeah, just as big as the other ones, not quite as long though. All right, it's time to install so many branches. So let's make sure I put them on in the right place, so that it doesn't look too wonky. That one goes over here. This one goes here. And I can see one more spot here facing the front. Nice. Oh my goodness, that looks so impressive. It's a magnificent tree. Oh my goodness, I lied because I thought there were 18 bags. There are not. There is a tiny bag of 19. Let's do this. We've got some little branches to put up here up the top. So let's get them all in there. They're going to fill out the foliage, the treetop. No, hold on, what do you call it? What do you call the bit that's right at the very top? The canopy! The canopy? Or is that just the whole thing? I should have listened when David Attenborough told me all these things. Oh, you'll tell me in the comments. I'm sure you will. Okay, tree branches are done. Now we've got some random foliage that just kind of is going to be decorating around the cabin. So this one plugs in over here. It's got a lantern on it, which is making it reasonably floppy. So it's not holding steady, so we'll see how that stands up. it doesn't work. I don't know if I've done something wrong or if there's some problem with the design there, but if I plug it into the underneath of the cabin, it'll be okay. Some more foliage here on a big stick, sticking out down here. See what I did there on a big stick sticking out? Another lantern, lots of pretty lights here. Oh my goodness, how spectacular would this look with the lighting kit? Okay, I'm gonna have to investigate that, I think. All right, this goes not in that hole, but in this one up here, a little bit higher up. And this one looks as though it attaches onto the hook here. This is going so well. Another big stick here to go in that, over here. All right, that looks spectacular, but we don't want to miss out this particular little hole that I tried to plug earlier, and I was trying to plug it at the wrong time. So now we can plug it with the lantern, and that's a bit flippy floppy too, but it looks so cool. All right, so the whole treehouse is done. It looks spectacular. We can kind of fiddle around with the branches and sit them wherever you want them to sit, but how clever is the fact that you can actually remove the whole top of this tree and then you can change the foliage out, but it also gives you access to the cabins below and to be able to take those little roofs off nice and easily, and then you can just whap the top of the tree back in and ta-da, it's all gone. This is a very solid build. You can pick it up by the trunk down the bottom and it comes with you, does not threaten to fall apart at all. It is incredibly clever. Okay, the treehouse is built. The family gets to hang out in here now. And let's not forget the map though. So the little sister has actually found the map in their bedroom where they were keeping it, so it wasn't actually lost. And this is where it's the map to the treasure. Do you remember that little hidden treasure place down there? The little Easter egg, there it is. Okay, I think everything is solidly put together, and the pot definitely appears to be bubbling over the fireplace without us having to put any effort in at all, which means that we can now just revel in the splendidness that is this finished, built treehouse. The magnificence of its marvelousness is so cool. It really is. But it is magnificent, isn't it? It's cute, but magnificent. How do you achieve that? Well, the designer of this particular set has managed to do that. I've just broken the branches. Let's fix that. That bit, I don't know that I've done that correctly. That is just not very, that's not put together the way I think it should be. Okay, now would be that time of the video when you need to subscribe if you haven't done it before, so that you get notified when new videos turn up. Make sure you leave me a comment if you have an idea of any of the other bigger Lego sets that you would like to see me build, and I will see what I can do, and I will be back with another thing for you to watch very soon. So I'll see you then. Bye.